Alright guys, today is my first ever thrift flip video. I love watching other people, what they find, what they come up with from their thrifts. Working on little projects or furniture pieces is pretty much where I got started doing things, and then the more I did that, the more confidence I had, and I started applying that to our home. I thought it'd be fun to take it back to what I used to do all the time, and that is find something on the side of the road, find something at Goodwill, and see what we can make out of it. Today, I want to show you 3 different things that I got to flip.
And thank you to Cricut for sponsoring today's video.
Before I jump in, leave me a like if you like this kind of video. If you want to see more of this, leave a comment down below. I want to start off easy with number 1. I went to Goodwill and I just looked around. I'm sure you've seen it, but I love the good old baking soda and paint trick. So I went looking for pots or vases to paint because I need a couple more to style these shelves behind me, and I was able to find 2 pots actually, like kind of already a ceramic. I don't even know what they were, but I found those. I brought those home and I had some things that I wanted to try out on them.
I have a new favorite spray paint. I snagged this terracotta color on Amazon back when Drew from Lone Fox mentioned it, and it goes on so smoothly. I know this pot itself isn't too much of a different color. It's a really simple project here, but I wanted to test it out, and it is such a beautiful finish. So I'm definitely gonna be using this coming up, and I will link it below for you. Again, another really simple project here, just mixing baking soda and any paint that you want together. I had some leftover black paint. The amounts are up to you, it's personal preference. I like to put in a lot more baking soda just to make sure that there's a lot of texture when it dries. It gives it just a cool kind of textured finish. So if you're looking for a really simple project, this is the one for you. You can find some really unique shapes at the store. Look around in the glass department. This is also a quick way to give an upgrade to something that you might already have. So look around your house. I just want to say again, I was blown away at the smoothness of the spray paint and the texture that it gives. And this is with only 1 coat.
Number 2, again in Goodwill, I went looking for vintage shirts in the colors that I like, the kind of style that I want.
So I found a few tops that had a little bit of a vintage feel. Love this blue-green color. And then this Nike vintage sweatshirt was half off. And this pale pink one was also half off. That's what I love about thrifting, is you can get a little creative and you're not worried about it, because I only spent a couple bucks on each of these. So I'm gonna start off with my favorite color right now, this kind of blue-green. If you can't tell, I am so excited about this project. A big thank you to Cricut for sponsoring this video, and I want to introduce you to my new best friend. Isn't she gorgeous? This is the Cricut Explore Air 2, and it fits into every facet of my life, from organizing to fun DIYs like this. It accurately cuts 100 materials, including everything from iron-on, vinyl, and paper to specialty materials like cork and bonded fabric. I have some infusible ink, glitter iron-on, cardstock, foil, and some permanent vinyl to create with, but today I'm going to be trying out iron-on. I'm definitely still a beginner. I know it's like a whole community, but I have done a few projects. I'll show you them here. If you are a Cricut Pro, I would love if you leave me all of your tips and tricks down below. I'm trying to take in all the info that I can. So with the variety of materials that it can cut, as well as its ability to draw and even score using a scoring stylus, the Explore Air 2 has so many possibilities. It can be used in everything from personal gifting, personalization, to home decor. I can't wait to show you what I'm about to do. Once you start making, you'll see that it's well worth the investment. Here's a little look at how easy it was to drop in my own design for this project. And then I'm just getting my iron-on ready for the machine to do all the cutting. I had so much fun at Christmas time making personal gifts for my family. I made our little stocking labels. I've had it for a few months now, and I'm just as in love with it as I was on day 1. This Cricut is very easy to set up and allows DIYers and makers to get up and running with projects really quickly. Honestly, you could start a whole business just from having a Cricut, and with the Cricut design space on your desktop and mobile, you can design and make things anywhere quickly and easily. So here I'm using my weeder tool to take off anything that isn't a part of the design that I am putting on the shirt. This can be time consuming, but it's also really satisfying. add my design to this shirt, I'm going to be using my Cricut Easy Press. It does professional quality transfers from baby onesies to thrifted t-shirts. So one of the tricks that I learned was to make sure you lint roll your shirt right where you're going to put your design before you put that on, and pressing the heat press on to iron my shirt out a little bit before adding my design. Last step was just to follow the heat guide to apply my design. There are so many options here. You can literally come up with anything to put onto a shirt or a cup or whatever you want to do. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if there's something you want me to try out with my Cricut. Also, if you want to check out Cricut, I will have a link for you in my description. Highly recommend. I am having so much fun with mine. Okay, that is literally exactly what I was picturing. That is so good. Wait, what? I love this. It is so comfortable. Hello, Etsy. It's me. Number 3, my final DIY. This is something that I found on Facebook Marketplace. Biggest tip I can give you for getting into Facebook Marketplace is setting alerts. If there's something specific that you're searching for, you can set that keyword, and every time you open it back up, it will show you anything someone's posted with that word in it. So I have the word free tagged, so I get alerted every time someone posts a free thing in my area. We live out in the suburbs, so that is often. The other trick to these free items is just being available. Tell someone that you can come get them right away, usually does the trick. That's how I scored these 2 nightstands. I didn't know when I went to get them that they were Crate and Barrel. Someone was just getting rid of them for free, which is crazy to me. They have a couple bubbles on the top, a few scratches, but overall great condition for being completely free. My idea going in was to sand these down to completely be the raw, beautiful wood that I thought would be underneath, and use them in our bedroom as our nightstands. So I tested the bottom here with my sander and quickly found out that it is not made of all wood, which was a little surprise and disappointing. I tried several different spots to see what was. I was really wanting a wooden, like raw wood next to our bed with a black handle. So my thought now is maybe I take this top off, I use the bottom part, and I come back with my own wooden top and paint the bottom. So I've got wood top, like a cream color down here. All right, so we're just gonna rough up the rest of it because I'm gonna have to paint it later. Probably some sort of chalk paint. And then we'll go about removing the top. Let's do that. So with DIYs, I don't always have a plan. Here I was still trying to figure out in my head if I could make the natural wood look work, because I found out that the legs were made of wood. But after sanding different places, I realized that it wasn't gonna work out to have it be completely natural. The drawer face was also made out of like an MDF material. So in the end, I went with painting the bottom and making my own top for it. Took a break from the nightstand for a little bit, ran to the store. I've got supplies now. We're gonna try this out and see what happens. I went with 2 coats of this Rust-Oleum chalked paint, and I finished it off with a matte seal that I had left over from another project. I measured out the new top and had it cut at Home Depot with some project wood. I used a 220 grit to sand down the cut edges and go over the surface lightly just to give it a smooth finish. I only ended up showing one in this video, but I have another matching nightstand to do this to as well. Previous top had these little wooden rods as well as screws holding it in place, so I came up with this trick to mark on my new top where I needed to drill by dabbing a little bit of paint on each top and then pushing down so that it can mark on the bottom where I needed to drill exactly.
pushed it down enough so I can find exactly where my circle is. Please excuse my janky basement setup. This is what we're working with today because it is freezing in the garage and not worth freezing my fingers off. For the staining part now, I'm gonna go with some leftovers that I had. I have a tiny bit left of this early American, so we're gonna see if we can stretch it the length of this. Hopefully we can. And then I'll come back in with some gray, some classic gray on top of it. This is a combo that I did up in our living room, on our mantle, and I like the way that it looks. So I'm hoping we can replicate that here.
Not the most professional stainer here. I know you're supposed to use a wood conditioner so it doesn't come out splotchy, but this is what I had, so this is what I went with, and I just kind of did a little combination of all my colors. Not really too worried about it. I didn't end up sealing it because I'm still deciding if I want a matte seal or a glossy seal. Leave me your opinion down below. I'm leaning towards glossy. I just think it'd be easier to clean off. I also decided very last minute that I wanted to switch up the hardware and go with this bar, so I had to drill some new holes and didn't end up covering the original hole, so that's something I have to go back and do as well. Don't come at me for that. I know about it. I'm aware.
I hope you enjoy these thrifts. This is a new kind of style video for me. If you did like it, like this video and let me know down below what your favorite one was, what you would do differently. My shirt, my little flower shirt, was definitely my favorite. I hope you got some inspiration for this video. I am gonna keep working on my bedroom now. That is a video that I've got coming up, is this master bedroom makeover. So if you wanna see that, make sure you subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching. As always, happy cleaning or thrifting, happy DIYing.